It's all about coffee tonight. I don't know about y'all, but I'm not actually a coffee drinker. But tonight's show is all about coffee. Anywho, welcome to the show. This is the All Over Overland show. Kidding. Michael's not here, but we do miss Michael on Dice Overland Radio. It's Tuesday night, 8 o'clock. Ashley and I are going to have some cool guests that have a coffee company and a coffee brand. So tonight's show is, it's all about coffee. And Michael's not here to drink coffee. So sorry, dude. But we do miss you, though, right, Ashley? She's nodding her head in the background. But before we get started, special shout out to our sponsors Overland Addict, Rugged Bound, Midland, USA. We really appreciate everything that you do for us and helping keeping this going. And so go give them a visit. Make sure you like their stuff. Make sure you like our stuff. I'm not really good at all that social media thing, right, Ashley? We'll see here. Let's bring her in.
Yeah, you're terrible at the social media stuff. Love you, but terrible.
Hey, speaking of this, have you on the newest version of FaceTime on your phone? I'm just going to go down this rabbit hole real quick. If you do things like this,
okay,
or this, or this, or one of the others, it does all these wicked cool background deals behind you. So, like, if you're having a FaceTime conversation, you just do this, it starts shooting up sparks and all kind of. Anyway.
Okay, I didn't know anything about that, but that's awesome.
Yeah, but you have to have the updated version. If it does, you don't have updated iOS, and it doesn't work for you Android users. Just grow up, for God's sakes, and get a real phone.
Jeffrey,
is Jeff listening?
Yes, he's listening. He's already commented coffee with exclamation point.
Oh, okay. I got to get over to the chat things. I'm a little bit behind, but anyway, I'm getting there. Hello, Steven.
What's going on, Steven?
So anyway, tonight's guests are the guys from Logic Overland, and if you've been to any of the events, I guess basically here in the Midwest, you've probably seen them, or more importantly, you probably smelled their damn coffee because it smells pretty freaking wicked good.
It's amazing. Yes.
I think Wise Willie is probably one of the big favorites. But anyway, we'll get into some of the history of these guys and how they got started. But Ashley, you got anything you want to add before we bring them in this morning? Holy Jesus. I should have had that gummy earlier. Anyway, no, I'm just kidding.
I absolutely love their coffee. I am devastated that I have just run out of the Cane and Craig. And I know I keep talking about it. I've been talking about it for the last 3 weeks. But yes, I'm officially out of Cane and Craig, and it's devastating.
You're sitting in front of the computer. Start ordering it right now. I bet we can hear we could probably hear their phones going cha-ching, cha-ching.
Probably.
Anyway, I've been up since 1:25 this morning. So if that tells you anything.
That was me last week. I was up really early.
That's right. You were. I remember that now. So all right. So let's bring these cats in here and talk about some coffee.
Yes.
Hang on. I gotta switch views here.
Breaking stuff.
I know. Hey guys.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Can you hear us okay?
Yeah, we can hear you.
You can hear us?
Yeah, awesome. Absolutely.
And
so
we had an issue with the mic, so we didn't know if it was going to work or not.
No, it seems to be working. So before we get too far into this, just introduce yourselves. What's your names? And I guess, tell everybody who you are and where you're located and what the hell you do.
Yeah. Yes, I'm Sergio, one of the owners of Logic Overland.
And I'm Rob.
And we're based out of Fort Worth, Texas. And we provide you guys bean juice. Very good bean juice.
Elusive bean juice.
Bean juice. I hear you.
Bean
water. We appreciate you coming on with us tonight. I know you and Ashley, you guys have been chatting with Ashley a good bit, and it's been kind of cool to watch you guys start at the Moore Expo. I think it's the first time I saw you guys a few years ago at the Moore Expo, and how you've evolved and all that. So, and Ashley's a big fan, right?
Huge fan. I've been talking about you guys since Big
Craig,
Iron.
Huh?
Yes. Yeah. I'm out.
Okay,
so
wait,
sad.
we need to fix that.
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
She's sitting in front of the computer. I'm like, just get on there and start ordering. We'll hear their phones.
Have you
know,
tried any of
cha-ching.
the other ones?
So at Big Iron, I bought Canyon Craig, the Wise Willie, and Campfire Kenny.
Okay.
Awesome.
So I went a little overboard buying coffee.
It
I
happened.
bet they don't. I bet they don't think so.
Nah. No.
But the Wise Willie's my husband's favorite.
Okay.
The Canyon Craig is my favorite because I'm all about the mocha. So the fact that you guys have the beans, I'm telling everybody your guys' stuff again. Coated with the cocoa powder is definitely my favorite. So
That's not cocoa powder. That's not cocoa powder. That's crack.
You know,
okay.
That's why you get addicted.
I have to say that they're all my favorite, but Canyon Craig really is my favorite.
Yeah.
To me, it's my personal favorite. I don't know if you guys listened last week, but I made my husband go dig out our traditional coffee pot out of storage because I tried to run it through our espresso machine and that did not go well.
Oh.
But I had to go get the regular coffee pot so I could brew coffee every morning.
Yeah.
And I had sent him a photo of like the first cup of coffee and he posted it on Facebook and our social medias. And I was like, that was my post. That was my photo. And you stole it. But yes.
Yeah. No, we appreciate it. Canyon Craig was our first roast that we put together. So he's the OG for us.
I actually brought something special to show you guys today. A little bit about the artwork.
It's the family friendly show now. Remember that.
No,
it's really not.
Just to touch on the artwork, is a lot of questions people ask us.
Yeah,
they want to know about the artwork. So, a good friend of ours, Jack Daw, local artist out of Fort Worth. He was actually the premier artist for Arts Goggle this year. It was a big arts festival in Fort Worth. It was just a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
So he takes these images. We'll come up with these characters, and we'll kind of tell them what they're about, give them the storyline, and we kind of let them go crazy with it. So he takes this sheet of rubber here, and he hand carves these with chisels and stuff. He hand carves these images in here, and then inks them. And then this is actually the original print for the original Canyon Craig. That's what it.
No way. That's pretty.
That's
cool.
awesome.
And then so we would have. So this is the original. This would be our original logo. And it's just
nice.
It's a rubber that he hand carves that all on there, and that would be our original print from that one. And then we got
that looks cool.
That's amazing
as well. Everybody likes Wise Willie too. So.
Yeah, Wise Willie's definitely going to be a.
So it's just something to show because everybody's always asking about these. How the artwork's made and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, admittedly, I wondered the same thing. I figured you must have had somebody or one of you guys was talented enough that you were drawing these. So that's
we're a little talented, but not that talented.
Not that talented.
So, what do you mean you don't know?
I'm still offended by Lee at Big Iron when he referenced me saying that I was the Rhonda character, and I was like the female Bigfoot. And
that's Muddy Mary.
That was low. Yes, that one.
Muddy Mary's the female Bigfoot.
Yeah. That was a low.
I mean, you're just the midget version of that. That's what I was trying to get at.
I don't have the facial hair.
I know, but Jeff says you shave before you come on the show. But anyhow, so quickly, let's rewind.
Yeah.
And tell us how you two, I guess, came together to form this. When did that happen? Where were you at? Were you sitting around a campfire? What was going on? Yeah. Hit us up and let us know that.
Yeah. So, so me and him, we've been buddies for 20 years. Mm-hmm. And so we've always enjoyed outdoors. And really it ended up happening in where Wise Willie was created out in Wise County. A big thing for us was, we love being outdoors, and we were like, how can we kind of get involved in the Overland community? And really just kind of started going from there. I come from a drivetrain suspension background. So originally that's something that we were kind of thinking about doing. And but it wasn't fitting. And
Right.
so we ended up deciding. We were out in Galveston and kind of came up with the idea of deciding that we wanted to go with coffee.
We had went back and forth to, what we were going to do. We had started the company, and we've always had a love for coffee. And then it was a lot of back and forth figuring, too many people arguing over different makes and models and everything. And it's like, man, do we really want to get into something like that? And then it finally just hit us, with something that everybody loves, that everybody can agree on. It's coffee. It's like, man,
yeah, it definitely, it's something that, that both of us, when we're out camping, that's something I can't, I look forward to doing, hand grinding our own beans. And I feel like what better way it brings the community together too.
Yeah, and a lot of people, ask, how come you don't sell it ground and everything? There's a lot of reasons for that. We want to force people to enjoy it the way we like to enjoy it. Grind it yourself.
Put a little work into it.
Yeah, and you never know what type of brew someone's going to do, and it all takes a different type of grind and everything. But
Right.
people ask if we ever going to sell it ground. Probably not. We probably won't.
If it works, people will adapt. I mean, they're either gonna buy it and
Just
grind it and enjoy it, or they're just not. And
force them to enjoy it the way we like to enjoy it. So.
Yeah, and it allows for people to, again, actually, like you're saying, running through the espresso machine. I'm wondering, I will touch on that a little bit, but it just kind of leaves it open, right, for people if they want to brew it in a pot, if they want to do espresso, if they want to do French press. It kind of leaves it up to our customers to grind it to their liking. But yeah, I guess to kind of get back, for us, like it was kind of like a aha moment. We're like, man, coffee. Like,
and everything just kind of fell together. And so we spend so much time camping together, and we come up with these characters. So we had a list of characters with backstories already. And after we had decided that time in Galveston that we were going to start selling coffee, it was probably about a week later it hit us. We were like, we can involve these characters somehow. All these, characters that we invented over the years, like Canyon Craig and Wise Willie and all those. Because we're just sitting around the campfire, just nothing to do in the evening besides drink a little bit. And
yeah, there's definitely some bourbon involved in it.
So we would just come up with these stories. Just to be kind of funny, and we were able to involve them in the coffee. And that was fun.
And it's funny too, because at the time, we were just doing it for fun. We weren't even putting like any thought into it. It was just something that we kind of started to do, and we thought it was funny. And then, it just kind of, once we put the two together, I was like, man, this is awesome. Because the other thing too is with these storylines is again being out, no phone service or anything like that. It's kind of cool to have something kind of read, and kind of opens up discussion, around about the story, and kind of go off from there.
Ashley, what do you say? Let's see if he'll give us one of the stories for. Let's talk about Canyon Craig, since that's your favorite, Ashley. Okay.
Yes. Please.
Give us the backstory behind Canyon Craig.
Okay. Yeah.
How that came to be.
So we were out in Paladuro Canyons, Texas, camping out there, and we don't do hardcore hiking, but we like to hike a little bit.
We're not in shape.
We like to drive in as close as we can, and we'll walk around a little bit. But just hiking around out there, and I think we spent 3 or 4 days out there in Paladuro Canyons, and it was anything that went wrong on that trip. We would just blame it on Canyon Craig. Like, damn it, Craig.
So quick story on that, right? So we were hiking through, and there was a couple of cactus. And so my wife, she loves all sorts of plants and stuff like that. So Rob had the idea. He was like, we'll take these for Mary Jane. We started having to hike down. And so he put them in the hood part of his hoodie.
Yeah.
And so we're hiking down, and
that sounds like a Darwin moment right there.
Yeah. And so I climbed down, and he's coming down, and so I'm watching the whole thing happen, and the ground gave out underneath him, and so he just straight landed on his back.
I didn't fall far. It wasn't too much of a slip, but I landed enough to that cactus stick in the back of my neck.
It's so that's kind of, and then we blamed it on
Canyon just
Canyon
blamed
Craig.
everything on
Yeah.
Canyon Craig.
blamed everything on Canyon.
Ashley's husband, Jeff, says that Paladura is the devil's armpit.
Oh my god, it's terrible. So we went in July one year, and I think like the only thing that saved us was they had a snow cone stand, but like people were dropping out there from hiking out to the lighthouse, and it was terrible. It was horrible
You
experience.
actually got the lighthouse in the background of Canyon Craig's artwork on the bag there.
Yeah.
Look at that.
That's awesome. I actually never noticed that, but now I'm gonna have to look at it
it's there.
again when I get new coffee.
Yeah.
He's too busy licking the cocoa off the beans.
Hey, it's good. I'm just saying.
okay.
Chad asked which one did I say was the mocha?
I know. I'm just giving
I'm
you a hard
helping.
time. And for those of you that want to send me hate mail because I'm being don't send me hate mail because I don't care. Anyway,
It's
so-
Lee, and he enjoys tormenting me, which is why
Yes.
everybody gets on the show.
So okay, so are you guys roasting your coffee? Do you have somebody else roast it? I mean, are you doing single? Is it a single? Look, I'm not a coffee connoisseur, but I have researched enough to know that there's a thing called single bean, where all the beans
origin,
is single origin. Thank you.
Yeah.
I was trying to act like I knew what I was talking about.
Yeah.
but-
So
Another thing that we're not super talented at is roasting coffee. Now we do like to roast small batch stuff for ourselves and just play around with things. But we partnered with the company that's been in business since 1929. They know how to do it. They're really good at it. So what we do is when we take our character and we want to put a roast to it, we'll go to them. And we'll kind of go back and forth on flavor profiles, and we'll try something out. It's a small batch. If we like it, we want to tweak it. We'll tweak it a little bit, and then we create our custom roast, and then that becomes a character, and we just go from there.
Yeah, and to speak on the single origin, so everything that we currently offer is going to be a blend of Central and South America. Down the road, we definitely we'll do some signature roast every year. Some seasonal stuff we'll do a single origin, but for the most part, outside of our Kona blends and our Colombian, Colombian it's going to be Central and South America, but our Kona is going to be a blend from Kona Island, and then with our blend of Central and South American beans.
We just got
You're not gonna do that.
Too.
The what now? I'm sorry. I
We
kind
just
of
got
talked over you. I apologize.
we just got our pumpkin spice blend in. We're not selling it yet. but what we're
Oh,
doing-
Ashley.
Yeah, what we're doing is, we are some pumpkin spice fans ourselves. What we're doing is those little trail packs. We're just kind of doing the trail packs for now.
Yeah,
Not selling it, but kinda, it's a first run. It's going to be a seasonal thing, and so we kind of when people order every now and then, I'll toss a trail pack of something in there for somebody to try, and I'm going to start tossing some of those pumpkin spices in there for now.
That's pretty good. That's a great idea too.
Yeah,
I can get behind the trail packs. One recommendation that I have for you is pumpkin or peppermint mocha. It's
Peppermint
Christmas
mocha,
time,
yeah.
getting
So-
close to Christmas.
We
Yeah.
talked about that.
Yeah, we've talked about it. And so on our pumpkin spice, it kind of shows to how picky we are, because that was supposed to actually debut at the end of September to kind of go through to start the season off, and it wasn't right. And so
we go back and forth until we think it's right. There has been another the Overland vanilla that we were working on, which is a character, the Macho Manny. We haven't let that one out yet, but it's the authentic Mexican vanilla. The flavor profiles on that, and
Nice.
so what we'll do, we got that one back, and we decided we know we like it, but we want to know if other people like it before we start selling it. So it's the same thing. We send some of those trail packs out to some of the customers that order regularly, and hey,
Yeah.
try this one. We want honest feedback. It's just throw it in your order. Give me the good, the bad, the negative. We're looking.
I will be a tester. Go for it. I will be a tester.
Yeah, so it's
So-
go ahead.
I was gonna say, so when you're for your coffee, is it better? Okay, and everybody I'm sure has a personal preference to this, but I'm gonna ask it anyway because I'm not a big coffee connoisseur. I like it a little bit here and there, but do you put it in an old fashioned percolator, on the stove? Do you do it in a drip? Do you do it in a pour over? I mean, what's the best way to experience your coffee? Or
That's that's a personal preference there. Personally, I like a pour over, and I only do a cup at a time. I don't make a whole pot in a coffee maker.
Yeah.
Unless we're doing events, and I'm brewing 100 ounces at a time for the air pots. That's the only time. And I like when I'm brewing, because we have a brewer that has just water piped into it. You just push a button and it's automatic. But I just like the pour over, and so that's why we bring the jugs of water in and we do a pour over right there at our booth, and brew up those air pots. Because just to me that a pour over just is better to me. He's a French press.
I'm a French press guy.
Jeff just said that he's French press all the way.
Yeah. I enjoy a French press. For me, I love a lot of the natural oils that come out when you do a fresh grind on a French press.
Yeah,
that's my preference. But I mean,
Chris is having a White Russian with a little sprinkle of Willie on top.
Nice.
What's up, Chris?
Chris is the man.
Oh yeah.
But okay, so yeah, it was one of those things I'd wondered. I've always wondered if it's a personal preference thing, or is there really one way to brew?
Well, just like you said, the natural oils in the bean and everything definitely help, and I feel like you can get that more out of a French press.
Yeah, I mean, really, too, is
can you guys see the comments?
Leave it to my husband to ask that.
Baileys.
Kane and Craig might go pretty good with some Baileys. Muddy Mary.
Man, or some Wise Willie.
Wise Willie.
Try them all. That's the best answer.
Yeah,
best answer.
Have fun with it.
Yeah, that's the best answer. Try them all.
He does not need any encouragement, guys. Come on. Okay, I have to live with them.
Yeah. All right.
So,
I would say stay away from paper filters for sure.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, you wanna try to stick with.
Yeah, that paper is going to absorb the oils.
Yeah,
but you can't really get away with it fully. I use paper filters when I'm brewing those air pots on site. So
I watched I don't recall who it was, but I watched somebody on YouTube because that's where it's all at right nowadays. That was doing it, and they said, "Hey, look, if you're going to do a pour over and you're going to use the coffee, the filters, to use the ones that aren't bleached, use the natural, the craft, because the bleached ones still retain some sort of after effect of the process, and it does actually will transfer into the coffee, and they say most people don't notice it. But if you put them side by side and take a sip, they say you can. I don't know, but like I said, I don't drink much coffee now. My wife drinks quite a bit, but I don't.
Yeah. The stainless steel mesh is that's the way to go.
Yeah, I mean, but for like when we're doing events, there's just no way to really get the volume of the coffee that we got to brew. We brew at events. There's no way that we could do it.
Well, let's switch gears real quick. Ashley, what do you think we talk about? Like, I mean, you guys do you get out in Overland, or do you just?
We love to. It's
what's your
harder
definition? Because everybody does it differently.
Harder to do that now. But yeah, we love to.
Where's your place you like to go the most?
Don't tell me Paladuro.
No.
We can't talk anymore.
I personally love New Mexico. I feel like New Mexico has a little bit of everything. They got the desert, the forest, the mountains. New Mexico's it's got a special place in my heart.
Yeah. I mean, I would say New Mexico as well. I would say also just out of for convenience trips, with the kids and stuff. Broken Bow.
Oh, Broken Bow, yeah.
There's
a spot on Broken Bow that we like a lot.
That we like to go to a lot. But
that's coming the let's see. So 2 years ago, Ashley, 2 years, was it 2 years or 3 years ago, we were down there for the camp out?
I think we did it 2 years ago. We did a campground takeover.
Yeah, and so but I happened to talk to one of the rangers at the state park, and he said that Broken Bow has turned into the ultimate vacation destination for everybody in Dallas and Fort Worth. And it was
So-
crazy because when you drive around down there,
Mhm.
there's Texas plates all over the place.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
So
There's
what?
that here recently. They've referred to it as the new Branson for camping.
Oh,
wow, yeah.
Branson,
Yeah.
Fun story about Broken Bow is if you look at our actual business cards, there's GPS coordinates on there, and that's to our that GPS coordinates is to our camp, the camp spot where we decided, before when we decided to go into business together. Yeah,
Yep.
that's
There you
it. That's where we
That's awesome.
decided to start it all.
That's pretty cool. Those are neat things. That's Easter egg kind of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
But yeah,
I love
Yeah.
doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
yeah,
There's things hidden in all the stories that I come up with and everything too. So they'll be kind of hard to pick apart, but they're there.
what's next for you guys? Can you tell us anything that's coming down the pipeline besides the pumpkin spice? Obviously, that was kind of an easy one for us because it's that time
Yeah.
of the year. But what do you got coming?
Well, and we kind of spoke a little bit on our Macho Manny.
Mhm.
That's one I'm really excited about, and that I had come up with a long time ago. But outside of that, a big thing for us is we're also not in all of this has been very organic. We're not in a rush to just try to mass produce different roasts and just kind of throw it out there. We really do take our time before it gets even to sample to some of our customers.
Yeah, even these characters, the artwork takes a long time to make that each character. So I can tell you the next character artwork that's coming out is Burn Band Billy. He will be the next character, and then after that is Macho Man.
It's gonna be Macho Manny.
That'll be the next art pieces that are done.
That
So what's Burn Band Billy?
Burn Band Billy's the Colombian roast. He's actually Burn Band Billy is actually married to Ranger Rhonda. They're a set of park rangers that are married to each other, dedicated to protecting Muddy Mary, the female Sasquatch, from the public eye. And that's what they've done their whole life. They've dedicated their whole life to hiding.
Wow, how cool is all of that? How they play together.
Campfire Kenny is actually the conspiracy theorist that figured it out that the Sasquatch is real, and he figured out the real story with Ranger Rhonda and Burn Band Billy, and he's trying to spread the word.
But nobody believes him because
that the park rangers are an actual secret form of government, and their job is to protect Sasquatch and keep them contained in national forests.
Okay.
Ashley, can you imagine these two as kids in their imagination?
I actually want to go down to Broken Bow with them and hunting for Bigfoot. Like, this sounds like a blast.
That's so funny. It's that's a story you need to have outlined on your website. I don't think it's on your website.
They're not on the website yet. They're on the back. It's on the back of the bags. It all pulled together.
Yeah.
If you're drinking the coffee.
Yeah. Yeah,
but it will. That's
all of them.
That's another thing that's coming up in the pipeline there. Getting a better website laying out.
Yeah.
We're in the middle of building. We're building a 3,000 square foot packing facility right now. And it's it's non-porous floors, FRP walls, air filtration, stainless steel sinks, 3-compartment sinks, and all that. So. Right now we're focusing on that, trying to get all that worked out every day. And, and we can.
Yeah. We're like I said, we're
creations and stuff.
But. We're very much like DIY. Like we're learning as we go. We're enjoying it. Again, that's a big thing. We're not really trying to stress and rush on stuff. We're just kind of taking it our flow. It's working well. Our main goal is obviously to make sure that we're getting a quality product out to our customers, and that takes time. But yeah, going into next year, really trying to get more active on our social medias, and really just trying to get out more. This year was kind of crazy year for
a lot of events.
So yes, it's definitely trying to get out more, doing events, and then also just being able to get out. Just to go camp, kind of the whole reason why we started it,
Yeah. No, I think I think sometimes if you lose sight of that part of it, the camping part, that's the part that invigorates the mind and the body to come up with, what's next or
Stories
what.
like Muddy Mary.
Yeah. I mean,
Got
I,
to
you
keep the
know,
stories flowing.
to be honest, since I'm not a big coffee drinker, I probably would have not read the bags. That's
Yeah.
just
Right.
to be
Right.
honest.
Yeah.
But knowing this, it makes me now I want to sit down and read the bags,
Yeah.
read the whole
Like, I'm
thing.
really tempted to go grab the Campfire Kenny and the Wise Willie bags that are sitting in my kitchen right now.
So
Like, go
the
read
camp
them.
when I wrote that Campfire Kenny story, it is pretty much a short chapter book for people with ADHD like myself. So it's really short chapters and it's long, and so it doesn't all fit on the back of the bag. You have to go to the website to finish that story out.
That's fascinating.
Good to know. Good to know.
Well, what's next for you guys then? But you got a building coming. Then
Yeah,
what?
we're working on the building.
Around the building.
Then you're going to
Well,
go nationwide, national. You're going to be, have.
I mean, we're already
Well,
shipping all over. Like we had an order that went out last week that was right down the street from the White House. That was cool.
Wow. I mean,
Yeah.
like distributors. Do you have distributors yet? Like or dealers? I guess I should say dealers more than that.
Yeah. So we're working with companies like CB Adventure Supply, Logic Overland, working with off-road places as well. So yeah, we're working with other companies as well. So and like I said, from there we're kind of just growing off of that.
Yeah, not really pushing it hard or anything. Want to got to get some things lined up. We'll be done with the facility by the end of the year, and then
That's pretty exciting.
Dedicate a lot more time to everything else.
I mean, who would have thunk coffee? When you sat around there and you were thinking about this,
it took a minute for it to get to us, and then we started thinking about it, and it's like, man,
it just clicked. It just
clicked,
100%. It just made sense, And then
Coffee is the go juice every day. It's the elixir of God. So that's what you need to function.
Yeah. Well, and then just being like the coming up with our characters and stories and stuff before we even decided to do that, and then pairing those two together, it's been a lot of fun. And then, like I said, with the with our buddy that we use as our artist for all of our artwork, I mean, again, it's just we haven't really pushed and try to rush anything, and so far it's been great. So,
how'd you come up with the name Logic?
So Logic, basically, on my first build at a GX470. When I originally thought about building it out, I took a lot of consideration to like payload capacity and stuff, because I think a big thing in the overland industry too, or community, is we want all the cool stuff. We want to throw everything on our vehicles, but then not really take into consideration upgraded brakes, drivetrain, and stuff. Trans coolers.
He takes a lot of consideration into looking into things and thinking of things more than I'll just buy stuff and throw it on my truck.
Yeah. And so
not even think about it,
Yeah. So when we were thinking of names, and I was just kind of running through like what I think about it, and I was just kind of thinking about like my build, and I was like, Logic. I was like, Logic Overland, and shot it over to him, and he was like, yeah, that's awesome, and that was before coffee. And then when coffee came up, we were like, all right, we had to sit down and revisit it, but we were like, what's more logical than coffee?
Yeah. We were like, no, I still like the name.
Yeah.
I still like the name.
Yeah.
I'm just going to keep it.
Yeah.
I would say, I think it fits. It's, just that logical thinking of coffee is what you get up in the morning when you're camping. It's that.
So the things that we were buying, and we were going to kind of get into the suspension because that was his background. And then we actually had a couple inventions, and other things sitting around campfires. We come up with a couple of ways to make a couple things that people use out camping a little bit better. So we were going to try to, tie those into Logic Overland. It kind of just all made sense with the logical thinking and everything. But no, we just kept the name when we decided to go a coffee route.
So Alex asked earlier, when we were talking about your upcoming blends, you got the pumpkin spice. Are you guys thinking about doing some stronger variations
Oh yeah.
for those
Yeah,
who
so-
like the really, really strong coffee?
Yeah, so we're definitely gonna work on like a dark roast and a light roast. The thing with dark roast is, you know, flavor profiles. You kind of have to be picky with them to make it taste good. A big reason why like all of our current roast are medium roast is with the kind of flavor profiles that we use. It just makes sense going with the medium roast. But no, definitely a dark roast is on the way. And then after that, we'll work on a light roast. So yeah, definitely some stronger stuff coming your guys' way.
Awesome.
Nice.
So for the people who are tuning in that don't know your guys' brand or anything about your coffees other than me rambling on constantly about Canyon Craig, can you guys tell them about the flavor profiles of what you offer?
Yeah. So start down the line. Basically, Wise Willie is going to be a bourbon pecan. Canyon Craig is going to be a cinnamon vanilla with a little bit of mocha. Campfire Kenny is going to be similar to like a cinnamon sticky bun. Ranger Rhonda is going to be a Kona blend. Burn Band Billy is going to be our Colombian blend. And then Ranger Rhonda is our Kona blend. Did I already say that?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Muddy Mary.
Muddy Mary.
Muddy Mary is going to be a coconut mocha and a little vanilla, kind of like
Almond
Mounds Bar.
Joy. Almond Joy, Mounds Bar. Somewhere
Okay. I'm
That's
still
just
going
freaking-
with the Canyon Craig. The mocha's got
my
me.
favorite. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Jeff wants to know about espresso. I don't know what
Ah.
that means, but
Well, so again, that's leaving it whole bean. It kind of leaves it up to where you guys can grind
You
it.
can grind it a finer grind for to pull an
Now-
espresso.
now
shot,
actually-
but you want a stronger coffee. You know.
Yeah. So the one thing with the espresso, I have run into issues with some of the machines because with our beans, you know, being whole bean and being fresh, they are going to be pretty wet, and so I have kind of run into
Oils.
situations where it will clog. I don't know if that's what happened with yours, but did it kind of clog up on you or?
He
No,
might. I was just gonna say if he's asking about espresso, he might be talking about a dedicated espresso.
No.
bean.
Actually, he was saying early on.
No, I know, but
Yeah.
he was asking about espresso. Talking about a dedicated espresso bean. Will we
Yeah.
do anything like
Yeah.
that? Probably.
Yeah.
what about those little cup things? What do you call those things?
K cups.
K-cups.
the K cups?
Well, see,
Is that what they are?
yeah, they're K cups, and I will admit that I am a K cup fan. But
It's all right. Nobody's gonna take your man card from you tonight. Don't worry.
I'm trying to get quick. I'll grind just enough to fill up one of the disposable ones. It's a mesh
Yeah.
basket.
Yeah.
Because I only drink a cup at a time. This guy will drink a gallon of freaking coffee.
I have a problem for sure.
I only drink like a cup a day, maybe two.
Yeah.
Uh,
I don't know I don't know if my wife's on here, but she'd chime in. I've actually had to go and get like stress
yeah,
tests
he's
on
had
my
to go to
heart
the doctor for this stuff
because
before.
I drink way too much. I start my day off with 34 ounces.
Jesus.
So I may be a little stingy in that I started a company so that way I can just drink a bunch of coffee.
Yeah.
But,
I think staying true to your roots, like Jeff just said, don't
Yeah,
do it, stay the whole
yeah,
bean.
we
I
are,
think that's
yeah.
where you started, and that's where it's my understanding that if you're going to do those espresso things, you got to basically pulverize it to a powder almost.
Basically, yeah,
super
yeah.
fine.
Yeah, we're
and
super
and I don't know how long that takes with one of those.
Oh yeah, you want to, if
Or,
Yeah, you're gonna to do espresso. I mean, there's adjustments on the hand grinders,
Yeah.
but to get it that fine, you're better off with an actual electric grinder. But
it can be done.
it can be done.
okay, now I'm gonna have to order some and try it again, I guess, just to see.
Don't
just
worry,
thought-
Lee. I will gang up
I-
on you until you
I-
order it.
I can't do. I have tried I've tried a lot of different coffees, and I have to put cream in it and sugar in it.
Yeah,
we-
no, there's nothing
No,
there's
no,
nothing
there's
wrong with
nothing
that.
I love cream or sweet cream in coffee. I used to put a lot of sugar in the coffee. I don't anymore. I just stick with creamer now. But I also drink it black. It kind of depends
Well,
on how I feel in the morning.
Now, I will say this: there's a couple ways that I do like coffee, and I am a peppermint mocha. My wife likes it, so I drink it, and she has peppermint mocha cream or whatever. But
Mhm.
I did have this really crazy thought, and I made some coffee, and I put sipping cream in it.
What cream?
Out
I didn't know that.
sipping cream. It's an alcoholic, a
Oh,
moonshine-based
okay.
sipping
Yeah.
cream,
Okay.
and then I added oil fire to it, whiskey.
It was good. It was
Well-
so good.
Well, you just had the oil fire and the sipping cream, but I
Oh,
added
okay.
it. I added it to the coffee, and I was like, I could get behind this. The problem is that it's going to get behind me eventually, and
Yeah.
I'm not going to
Yes.
go anywhere. But I've never been able to develop that taste for coffee. Like some people are just, it doesn't matter. It's black. Just brew it, put it in a cup. They'll
Yeah.
drink it, and they drink it all day long.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how. I don't, because to me it always tastes bitter.
Yeah.
You've had our coffee, right?
I've had Wise
Wise
Willie.
Willie.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the only one I've had.
Did that one taste bitter to you?
No, but I, in full transparency, I did put cream in with it a little bit too.
Yeah.
But
I was gonna say
No, yeah,
we don't got much bitterness to our
Yeah.
coffees.
Yeah, I would say, like for me, I'm kind of all over the place with my coffee, but I don't mind, cream and sugar. A lot of times I do prefer black, but really, our goal with our coffee though is to provide a cup of coffee that you don't need to put cream and sugar in. You can. Sugar's only going to enhance things, right? But our goal is, when we are trying a new roast, is we're just drinking it black, and then from there kind of get a feel for it, and then we'll do cream sugar. We'll try, so like, because in the summertime, when we have our events, we actually do a cold brew with Cane and Craig, which actually you would probably go crazy for. It's insane. It's so good, and so we'll mix it with the sweet cream.
right there.
So we'll do.
Okay, so I'm gonna need you guys to send me that whole recipe there on how you're making it, so I can do it at home when I get
cold brew?
more Canyon
The cold
Craig.
brew.
Yes.
Yeah.
We got it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we steep it for 24 hours on that.
Okay.
really,
Yeah.
There
So
for a while,
basically,
we were doing cold brew ourselves and we were taking it camping, but Jeff said I was getting a little too extreme with it and stopped
So
making it.
when you're doing your cold brew, are you brewing hot coffee and pouring it over ice and chilling it down?
No, we were steeping it for 24 hours
Okay,
overnight in the refrigerator.
That's the right way to do it.
because that's one thing, is a lot of times people will make a pot of coffee, hot coffee, let it get to room temperature, and then put it in the fridge. But the thing is basically the heat actually breaks the coffee down
Yeah, you change all the
differently, so
molecules in it that
you
way.
get a different flavor versus steeping it. So I like doing cold brew. I'll do cold brew like in the wintertime too. I'll do hot coffee in summer. It don't matter to me. I'll drink it anyway. But I'll at least do it for 12 hours. So usually what I'll do is like when I get home, I do cold brew out of I have a big Brewtech French press, and so I just do it out of that. As soon as I get home, throw it in the fridge, and then if I forget, then I'll just do hot coffee the next morning.
have you seen their? Speaking of Brew Trek, huge fans of them. Love the family behind that. If you've never met them, spent some time with them at the expos. Salt of the earth kind of people up in Montana. They're super nice, but they make a case, like big case, and it has the French press. It has a grinder. It has 4 cups. It has the insulated cup with the flip top. It has all stuff. Anyway, it's all in this one big case. It's all matching in color, and all the foam is in there. It's a coffee kit. It's got a
I love stuff like that.
Yeah.
and so what I'm going to do is I don't know if I should say this out loud or not. I don't think my wife's going to hear it.
You should do it.
But I put a deposit on a laser.
A laser.
Oh, Lord.
And so
what did
I'm
you
gonna
do?
I wonder if you're talking about the same one we've been talking about for the
And
past
so
couple weeks.
I got to find a place to put it because it's freaking big.
Yeah, it's big.
And it's got a rotary attachment in it to do the cups and all that stuff. So anyway, that's an upsell for you guys. Think about that. If you ever want to get a hold of those people,
we've been talking about making
I'll-
that. buying that.
I'll link you.
the past couple of
Yeah,
weeks.
no, we definitely wanted to highlight those guys over here. They're really awesome. So,
Do you guys know a guy named Clint Rudd?
Clint Rudd.
I know his face.
I know a couple.
He says you got great coffee and you're great owners. So
Appreciate it,
there
Clint.
you go. Yeah, that's awful nice. Thanks
Hey,
for.
they didn't judge me when I first met them, and I said I had the foo-foo at their coffee with, creamer and sugar. So
No, I mean, we're the first ones to stand in line when Starbucks starts selling the pumpkin spice latte every year. So I mean, we're gonna go get one.
Yeah,
we
we just
I
like
could
coffee.
flavored. Yeah.
We don't really get into the whole
We're
like
not picky.
it has to be black.
No.
Yeah.
But we drink it. We drink it black.
Yeah.
We go back and forth. I don't have to stick one way to enjoy life.
Yeah.
If Starbucks was the last coffee shop on the earth, I wouldn't step foot in that place.
Yeah, I mean, not a huge fan, but I like their seasonal stuff a lot.
Yeah.
Spice latte.
It's my understanding, though, they just take all the beans they can get their hands on and just roast the absolute piss out of them. And
I don't know nothing about their roasting process.
Yeah.
yeah, I've watched a documentary on it, and this guy, after it was all said and done, this guy was like, looks like to me they just roast these things to, almost charcoal. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, I tried one time to roast beans at my house. Have you guys ever done that at home?
Yeah, it's fun to play with. Yeah.
So I ordered some. My wife likes the coffee, so I was like, I want to roast some for her, and I'm going to try this. So I got. I don't have a roaster, and of course, I went to the almighty gods of YouTube, and saw that some guy did it in an iron skillet. So I sat in my kitchen and did it in an iron skillet, and I had one of those little tiny, little hardcore fans.
Mm-hmm.
And I turned it on. And I just held it over that thing, and I stirred while it was. I got the first crack. And I'm stirring it I'm halfway into this thing and I'm like, you're an idiot, Lee. You should have never done this. It was
too far.
It was a good thought. And then, so I'm like, I'm waiting on the second crack. And of course, it's all the, what do you call the little thin pieces of shit that comes off of it? It's like a skin or something.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
And the fan blows it. I'm thinking I'm going to be smart. I'm going to have it blow. Oh my God. It was everywhere.
Blowing everywhere.
I never did that again. I did it one time.
I can see Felicia shaking her head at you going, I should have whipped your ass then.
No, she I don't think she actually saw me doing it. She just got and the coffee wasn't too bad. It wasn't.
Well, now she knows that you did it. So if she doesn't, I'll tell her.
Yeah, when you put that much work into something, you're gonna enjoy it.
Yeah, so that was one of those moments where I was like, hey, I think I could do this for fun for her just every once in a while. Not ever again. He's a Wise Willie or Canyon Craig or something has to come in the house.
We'll take care of you.
I'm out.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. Ashley, what else you got?
I've got nothing. I can't say enough about. I am not a loser. I have been talking about them for 3 weeks. Like every show, I have been talking about them.
My story, I can tell it like I want.
Yeah.
You're a loser.
You know what?
I'm teasing.
I'm going to go down that road with you because I'll get Felicia to gang up with me, and you're going to lose.
I think my wife's actually getting sick, so I don't have to worry about her for right now.
That's fine. Then I'll get Jennifer.
Oh,
she
God.
Popped on here. She popped on here earlier.
I think deep down inside Jennifer likes me. She just doesn't want to admit it.
Questionable. But, guys, I did get Jennifer hooked up on your – so at Moore, I took her over there and introduced her to you guys and your coffee.
That's right.
And she was very excited, but because her husband broke their Xterra, she didn't get to buy any. So I know she's going to be getting some.
Was that Rendezvous?
Big
yes,
Iron.
Sorry. No, it was Rendezvous.
Oh, Rendezvous. Okay.
Rendezvous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had them backwards.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I didn't go to Rendezvous.
Yeah, because you're a slacker. You don't do
I
anything.
haven't been to Rendezvous in 3 years.
You don't camp that often except at the island.
I go on long trips out west and stay gone for, weeks or months at a time.
We need to have the boys come up to the island and camp.
Yeah, I was about to say, what is this island? I'm interested.
Go ahead. Tell us a little bit about it, Lee.
So up here north of Tulsa, there's a lake called Oolaga Lake.
Okay.
And there's an island on it called Goose Island. And as long as the spring rains haven't hit, there's a little causeway that goes across to it. And it's a wildlife management area. people, hunt out there. And in the summertime, it's probably one of the largest wild blackberry fields I've ever seen in my life. They're just
Oh, man.
everywhere. But it's a really neat little place. The lake is not busy at all, and it's just a good little camp spot. So, I took some people there, and next thing you know, we kind of coined it the Overland Radio Island. But it's a neat place. We did a big cleanup. What did we do that in September? Ashley?
September?
Yeah.
Or no, was
Yeah.
it September or the end of beginning of October?
It was September
wasn't that long ago.
23rd, I think. It was National
Maybe.
Public Lands Day, so we had a bunch of awesome people that came out, and I think we filled up one big dump trailer full.
Yeah.
One of those big tandem axle gooseneck deals or whatever they have, and filled it up with trash. And so it's a neat place.
It's peaceful, but you're not far. You're still relatively close enough to anything if you need to run into town.
Yeah.
You've got cell service still, which is great if something's up, but it's nice.
And then you got the occasional booger eating moron from town that's either cracked up or drunk that comes out. So, there's always that fun aspect of it.
Yeah,
And then someone gets stuck in the mud pit, and you have to go get them out.
No, we didn't get them out. We left them.
No, because y'all were mean.
No, because it was
there.
No, because it was like almost midnight. It was pouring down rain, lightning popping everywhere. We just said probably should wait. Somebody's going to be coming in and out of the island. But anyway, somebody pulled them out.
We'd be down for that. Yeah, anytime you want to invite
us. It'd be fun. Chris has been up there and camped. You can ask him about it. We took some epic pictures of sunsets. Mount State Overland guys. I don't know if you're familiar with those guys. Yeah. Jason and his crew, as they were doing the Oklahoma portion of the Transamerica Trail, stopped in and I took them there to camp, and they shot some. Yeah, you can see they have some video of it. It's just freaking unbelievable. But so next spring, if it hasn't poured down rain too terribly much, if you're coming back from Moore in April, by the way, tickets are on sale now at moreexpo.com. You'll get your tickets now before it's too late. You can stop there on the way back and it'll split up your trip.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
So
we'll make a big event out of it, because Chad's asking to go next time that we go out there, to let him know so he can make it.
Yeah, Chad, we'll let you know. We'd love to have you come down and I mean, Chad's just he's like 45 minutes from us or from me.
We'll make a whole thing out of it.
Yeah, so
make it a big deal.
Yeah.
We'll provide the coffee.
Yeah, we'll bring.
That's right. You guys got the coffee. We'll take care of some of the other stuff.
I got the oil fire.
You got the oil fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm bringing some alcohol too.
Yeah.
Everyone's got to bring alcohol. You got to do like a whiskey tasting.
It's fun because you'll hear gobs of coyotes, and sometimes it sounds like they're in the tent with you. There's a couple of owls that hoot through the night, and it's cool to listen to those. You can watch it's just a neat place. You camp right on the water, and in the summertime we camp, take paddle boards out there and go paddleboard and all that stuff. So
talk about our spot in Broken
Deer.
What's that, Ashley?
I'm gonna say the deer out there are they'll come up to your campsite at night. So
they'll the raccoons are ruthless. They don't care. They got in my camper in the truck and pilfered through my food. They got on the stove and stuck their little paws in my mashed potatoes that I just made. And I'm only a few feet away from them, but they just don't care. They come in like a little pack. Like 6 or 8 of them.
Yeah.
And I don't know, but they're fearless. But they're, anyway.
That's another thing I like about New Mexico. It was a couple of years ago. I was camping at night, and in the middle of the night, a bunch of elk came walking right through the campsite, making noises and everything. And I was like, man, I love New Mexico.
I'm with you guys on the New Mexico thing. I think New Mexico is heavily underrated when it comes to the beauty of it. I also believe, and don't think I'm like way out there weird, but I think that when you get into New Mexico, there's a certain element of the old tribes from that
Yeah,
part of the country.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
And
feel it.
you almost feel it like
Yeah.
it's a spiritual thing.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't really explain it, but you can get up in some of those higher elevations, and
Mhm.
if you just sit there, the wind just talks to you up
I
on
love
those
it.
upper,
I
and it's
love
just amazing. So, I love the northern part more than anything. Red River, Taos, all up in that area. It's just beautiful up there.
Yes.
So,
And then being there, you're so much closer to everything. The fun things to do in Colorado than Utah. You're just a little bit closer to everything there. And I always called New Mexico my little halfway point to all the fun stuff.
I've had a horrible experience in New Mexico, so I cannot get behind this right now. I need to go do it again. We got lost in a city called Candy Kitchen. Oh my God! Just don't go there. Stay away from it.
Okay.
at least you didn't get lost in weed, New Mexico. That's on the Enchanted Rockies Trail. I mean, like for me, I would love to. Truthfully, I would buy some land in New Mexico.
That's my plan, actually.
If it wasn't for the idiot governor that they got.
Yeah.
I mean, I just can't get behind that stuff. So I have to wait till somebody else gets in there, and they've kind of, not to get political, but anyway.
Right.
So
we'll just go crash on my mother-in-law's property.
Okay. Is that in New Mexico?
She's got property in New Mexico, so we'll just go crash out there.
Give us the coordinates. I'm down.
Yeah. Let's go.
Jeff's gonna have to do that one.
So listen, we're almost up on an hour. Actually, you got anything else you want to ask, or
no? I'm having a blast just listening to all of this.
So before we go, tell everybody, obviously your socials, your website, how to get a hold of you guys.
Yeah, so social media wise, it's going to be Logic_Overland. Our website is going to be logicoverland.co. That's the main ways you guys are going to be able to reach us.
Perfect. And you're on what? Facebook, Instagram,
and that's about it. Yeah.
You don't do Reddit and Pinterest and Etsy and all that stuff. Yeah.
No.
A couple of simple guys here.
Just some simple guys.
I'm really just messing with you. So I think that's awesome. And Ashley, thanks for, coordinating this with the guys.
Yeah, thank you.
I've said all the positive things I can about their coffee, and I've really got to get online and order some more.
Yeah, we need to get you some more.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
some of that pumpkin spice for you too.
There you go.
I appreciate it. I told you, if you guys need testers, just send it to my house. I will take care of it.
I got some samples we can get some honest feedback on.
So. Yeah.
So for those of you listening out there, we appreciate you listening or watching and joining in with us tonight. We'll be back next Tuesday night. I'm not sure who's our guest next week.
I know who it is.
Ashley probably knows who it is. Do me a favor, if you don't mind. We've started a new newsletter. It's called the Basecamp Bulletin. Go check it out. We've posted it around, and we'd love for you to subscribe, and we'll send you out a weekly newsletter that has a lot of helpful information. There's going to be some new trails information in there, and even stuff on products and brands like the guys here at Logic Overland. We'll probably have some of their stuff on there eventually. So
yes.
Go check it out. We would appreciate you subscribing and let me once a week, come into your mailbox. Well, I was going to say something really off the cuff. I said I better just say.
I was like, oh, where's he going with this?
It's such a dangerous road where he starts leading down, so you kind of have to redirect him. It's terrible.
Hey, I'm here for it. Let's go.
I've been known occasionally. That on our show we were referred to a long time ago as like the Howard Stern of the overlanding thing, because it's a no holds barred. And I was gonna say something like once a week at least let me come in your mailbox. but no,
I thought you were going.
But when I was about to say it, I realized that damn, that's gonna sound bad. That's not exactly what I'm trying to say. But anyway, we'd love for you to subscribe.
You were actually really well behaved to this show. I'm kind of scared because there was no comments about sumo wrestling outfits or any of the other crap that you have threatened.
I know. We're still going to do the dad joke contest between you and I. Yes, we are. And whoever laughs has to take a drink. And if y'all haven't seen that, you need to go watch it. There's people doing it, and it's hilarious. But I thought Ashley and I should try it one night.
I'll be done after 3 drinks. After 3 shots, I'm out. I'm done.
Yep. Jeff and I are coordinating all that.
I'll lace them with coffee and then I'll be fine.
Yeah.
Nice.
There you go. Well, guys, thank you very much for joining us. Ashley,
Oh,
thanks for
thank
putting
you.
it
Yeah, thank you for
together.
having us.
Thanks, guys.
We really appreciate it. We look forward to seeing the rest of the stuff that you guys have coming out.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
till then, thanks to all our sponsors, Overland Attic, Rugged Bound, and Midland USA. Good night, everybody.
Night,
Night, guys.
That-